Hey, what's up YouTubians? My name is Prismaizlinks and welcome back to another Warframe build video. We are going to be talking about Valkyr. In other words, she is the berserker. She is the woman who will claw out your insides with her bare hands. And she is an incredibly awesome damage dealer, especially when it comes towards endgame, and the amount of damage she can deal with her fourth ability, which is HYSTERIA. The amount of damage she can deal with this is just insane. For the whole time of Nightwave, I've actually been using her, because when the wolf spawns, the amount of damage I can deal to him is just mind-blowing. So we're going to be talking about the build that I have on here, along with her, her melee. But we're going to be first taking a look at the stats, just really quick. We don't have to worry about her first streak, we just want her last one. So right now it has a pretty decent drain of, 16, to cast. The damage is already over 600, which is great. And then the energy a second is really low. It's actually really low, which is what we want. We want to have something that is low, something that's cheap, and something we can have on for as long as we need. Okay, so now let's take a look at the mods that I have set on her, and I think you guys will actually like what I have here. Feel free to screenshot this if you have to. It is a 3-forma build. I believe I just added a V. I added 2 Vs, I think. I'm pretty sure. So, for the first one we have Steel Charge. This is for melee damage and the 18 slots it will give you. So, this is just a must-have for Valkyr. And then starting from left to right we have Prime Continuity for ability duration. We have Narrow-Minded for some duration again. These two affect the efficiency, since we need to have the higher the duration, and if you have low efficiency, it kind of just balances each other out. If you have both of them high, it means your efficiency will be low. So it's a really big factor. Not a lot of people know that. I don't think they know that. But you should probably keep that in mind, that duration and efficiency, you want those high. So that's why we have those two right here. We have Blind Rage for that extra damage and the minus efficiency. So another reason we have the duration is so we can compensate for the 55% that we're losing. Primed Flow, so we have the energy max, so we have a large energy pool, so we can cast it on and off at will. Rage is a huge need. It's a huge need in this, because anytime you're taking damage to your health, you'll get your energy back, so you don't have to constantly be using your Xenuric or your finding energy orbs or packs or whatever. So Rage is really helpful. We also have Umbral Intensify, so we can get some extra damage in there. Fleeting Expertise and not Arrow-Minded, but Streamlined. These two will work for 175, minus 55 brings us to 135 down here. So this is my overall Valkyr build. For Arcanes, I have Arcane Fury, so that way, when I'm in HYSTERIA, I have, extra melee damage, since it is a melee-based claw, so it is extremely helpful to have that. And then I also have Arcane Guardian, so that way I have some armor on top of the 700 I already have. So, that's how it looks for Valkyr already. Now we're going to take a look at her talons, which I have not even formaed once, which is actually, it's better if you don't have to forma. As you can see, we're already dealing at the 20,000 for spin attack, which is mostly what I use. I mostly use spin attack, so right here that number is extraordinarily great. The attack speed is actually really high, so going left to right we have Prime Pressure Point for that 150 melee damage. You could put Sacrificial Pressure on there, however you get like, I believe you'd put 18,000, less on there. And I can't really put it on at the moment, but Prime Pressure Point is better than having the Umbral damage mod. We'll have Sacrificial Steel, so we have some extra critical chance, which is at a 90%. We have Berserker, so that anytime we deal a critical hit, we have extra attack speed. Spoiled Strike, we have extra damage at the cost of attack speed. We're Berserker, and the attack speed is already high enough as it is. So that's on top even better. We have Fever Strike and Shocking Touch, so that way we have some corrosive damage to reduce their health by 50%. And we can't forget Organ Shatter, so we can deal extra critical damage. So, now that we know exactly what is modded on Valkyr, we will go ahead and test it out. I'm going to go ahead and take off my Sentinel for the moment in case he starts attacking. So, we're going to be trying this out on some heavy gunners as usual because they are the more you have, you know, the stronger they are. So, we're going to go ahead and only use her 4th ability. That's all we're using, and I want you guys to see just how strong she is. So take a look at the damage that I'm dealing right now, because it's nothing but critical chance, and we have a very high attack speed with Berserker coming in, and we are also getting, I believe we get a bonus from our already equipped melee weapon, and I tend to use the Galatine Prime still. I know the Gram Prime came out, but I've been using the Galatine for so long that it's just natural for me to want to use it. Which, it makes sense to me. I would personally prefer to use that, but, because I'm using the spin attack, look, that took more than half, and I fell off the edge. More than half of what I already got. Okay. So yes, that is the power of Valkyrie right here. So, just by using that, alright, the more damage I take, our energy will go ahead and go up, and it's just the thing kind of just feeds itself. And with the whole Melee 2.0 thing, I can go from Hysteria to shooting, that way I can willingly take damage, and then I can go straight back to clawing their eyes out, which is extraordinarily good. However, if you take a look in the top right corner, you'll see that I have 2093 Hysteria. What that means is that within my red circle here, any enemy that's in there will be highlighted and have like a little yellow glow to them. If they are within that bubble when I cast it out, that damage will be stored, and I'll take the damage, I believe 30% impact damage, and whatever 30% of that is will be taken if they're in that. It doesn't stack from enemies as far as I know, so yeah, just make sure you clear out any enemies you got, and the longer that you have this thing active, the further it will go, and it will go up to, I believe 18 meters, so this thing goes out pretty damn far. So just make sure you clear out the enemies within that bubble before you cast it out, and you can have that thing as high as you need, otherwise it won't actually deal any damage to you. As long as there's no enemies in there, you'll be fine. So, that is going to have to do it for this Valkyrie build. I honestly hope you guys liked it, because this took me a while to get all the pieces down, and exactly, you know, what's been going on with Valkyrie, and, like, you know, what's the better way to kill efficiently. So that was kind of hard for me to find out. Here's a question for you. What other Warframe build would you want to see me do? Currently, I'm working on a Mesa build, and I hope you guys will enjoy that one. But leave a comment down below, you know, a different specific type of Warframe build you have. I have plenty of different builds here that I'm willing to share as long as you guys are interested in them. And, yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next build.